It is a great honor that I accept the Presidential Science Prize. I am pleased and humbled that my contributions in science and to the scientific community in Taiwan have made a difference to be deserving of this recognition by the country. As my parents constantly reminded me when I was growing up, developing my career, I was very fortunate to have had an excellent education in Berkeley and Harvard, and landed a great job at Caltech, where I had supporting colleagues and smart and motivated young people to work with. Along the way, many people opened doors for me that made it possible for me to get to where I am today and to accomplish what I was able to achieve. Otherwise, it would not have happened to an American-born Chinese with my very humble beginnings. When I turned 50, that's 35 years ago, my father reminded me at a dinner party that I hosted for my Caltech colleagues that before I turned 60, I should consider returning to Asia to transfer what I have learned and what I know to another generation of young Chinese, so that they could have and enjoy the same opportunities that I did. My parents immigrated to the United States from a poor village in Hong Kong during the 1920s and 1930s to seek a better life. Without a formal education, they worked in a sweatshop to make denim Levi's 12 to 16 hours a day, to raise a family as well as to feed their siblings and relatives in the village in China where they came from. So they insisted that I obtain a good education so that I could have a better life than they did. My father had even greater expectations of me. One of his dreams for me was that I should eventually return to China to help rebuild the country out of its poverty and adversity. Indeed, it was my good fortune that I received several opportunities to do exactly that during the 1990s. I missed several opportunities in Hong Kong. I could have been the university president of one of the universities in Hebei, China. But when Academic Syndica President Li Yezhi, former president, invited me to work with him in Taiwan, I accepted without hesitation. The reasons I accepted to come to Taiwan were simple. The culture and the value system in Taiwan were more compatible with my own. Respect for human rights, individual liberties, a free society with freedom of speech and intellectual thinking, a Confucius culture, the warmth of the Taiwan people, and of course, not to mention the wonderful restaurant here. Dr. Li Yezhi gave me the opportunity to develop a better understanding of my roots, my culture, and the opportunity to finally learn the Chinese language and Mandarin. So I am forever grateful to him. Aside from my family, science has been the most important part of my life. I enjoy understanding nature and challenging my intellect to seek the truth. Soon after I embarked on my academic career, I discovered that I enjoy working with young people and decided I would use a deep research to mentor the future leaders of science. The process gave me great deal of satisfaction. In the final analysis, I owe my success, my career success, my professional success, to my many graduate students and postdocs who have joined me in my research ventures over the years. Many of them, including several from Taiwan, and two of them are actually in the audience, are in the academic fields doing basic science and applied research, just like what I've been doing all my life. And another person who was also here, was a postdoc with me, Xu Mingju, for example. She became, CEO of Dajin, one of the first tech companies in Taiwan. All of them have done better than I have. They're certainly richer. They have opened up new fields and become leaders in their fields of research. I consider that to be my most important legacy in science. I know that my parents would be very proud of me today if they were still living. When I was elected academician of Taiwan in 1988, my father read the news in the San Francisco Chinese Daily News, Jinshan Xibao, the Chinese newspaper that serves the San Francisco Bay Area. With a copy of the newspaper in his hand, he rushed to the Benevolent Association that served fellow immigrants like himself from the same county in China, to tell his relatives and friends that his son has just become the Jiang Man of China. Now that I have been awarded by the Taiwan Zhongtongjiang, I think he would be even prouder and would be telling his friends that I have become a Mondi. Thank you for honoring me again. I've never received so much attention in my life. Even today, I receive more photons than I ever had. I hope that I continue to live up to your expectations. At my tender age of 85, I'm well aware of my limitations. But using the colloquial phrase that I've learned from all of you in my 24 years in Taiwan, I will 加油。谢谢各位，欢迎注意。